All right, so for my end to us on Fema when no kuna boy dear ye ni komo fia Fema kusidon to ebepon na fi wi ane asore som and Friday next Friday twatwo ewo November bosumi munchi bosumi nyina no the program say yeah no ye discussions no and then ye nyina dey but we no ntino ye be kan sem bia ye national concern ne form minor eho or mining punchu eho ye bibia na ya manyo this time you get the politics ne twinchen ye wura ne ma ahodo emu nditiru ne transportation ewo Ghana maimu ye gina dey adanse say transportation yafu ewo maimu a eboa ma economy nso tumi ebumi because some no bae na metumi nya biribi a de bekodwa so ntema koto ama me ho nkyere me mekoso ye no bae ne pii ti ye na ye ni efi kakra ne be kai se wa brother train eye adwuma pa no emu bi wo free kodwokrom na wo kɔ ango de toa so akɔsoro no mo a wo se ne train ye adwuma eno nti bebre no anante efri bi ankrofro nkwanta ene mmea bi saa eba kodwokrom na bofu train na mo yakɔ ango ene mmea bi ana tetesa nemma aye akonia badie eye fopa bra na osa enso ewo ho basa na efen osa na no so boa ma akonia badie etumi ye nika ene no sa ne ma ne nhyeda enni o mai mosampo de twam train o mo ye so mo revival eno so hu bebi kokosiye na ne abebo ma nchirimba enimpa no eye ukada ena afie no eye pragia na sa tricycle aye de ye atwuma na kamia se neidi e beka say illegal obi a ne wono mo a ya man kwan papa nkasa so mfanye adwuma because mrane nhye also mo ye no omuntumi nye no komo na no panie babedi na aso e wasa Ghana you legalize the use of tricycle as commercial business e wo Ghana manyimu ana faso be na betumi aba den na si omkwan omdwumadie mu mpo ye legalize den ni omo hindrances ene we si omkwan ni nyina ho komo na no panie atenase ye ba ababedi no ntino ya tonsa e de afrem Emmanuel Kwao Aku a oye PRO kasamafo e de man National Union of Tricycle Operators of Ghana eye NUTOC omukuo no awon tricycle ina no mukuo no kasamafo Ghana ha ina no ene watenasem ehwe nim so mo chairman penia Ghana ina no eye pragiafo ina tricycle fo ina tenase a ono ene otenadwemu owura Hamza Hafiz oye chairman National Union of Tricycle Operators of Ghana ono so ba be kan ono atrase ntino omo PR atrase di ono an kasamafo ene be fi enkomo no ase Roima good morning.
Good morning.
Bombo Kodia.
All
right. Monum sa ne mebu a mohoma mfa wo mfa so ma Ghana da che pa because at your age what you mean apra ba benya PR for National Union of Tricycle Operators of Ghana. There's a war a year in Sweden hu no. When Sweden pa yankopon mo ni Sweden hu emre mu pa. All right. Ana pe chi enu ni adofo bi na yanko enu.
All right. Ni edi kan no. Beda oboade ase se wa hwe isuma ma departure na madam also ase ITV, especially you and then the producer and then we do my phone nyina say and na no pay mama ya kwenya say yentumi emfa ye need your vision ni ye how ni the details in and out of tricycle emfa bitu juana say emfa ma ye tifo ana say ahwefo no pay afi mechia ye national executive the general secretary treasurer ni organizer mecha across all the region maybe on TV bia na maybe on share no pay Ashanti region your regional executive Kaswafo Ankasa Usenya East municipality a whole lot of things is going on but no pay mecha ye tricycle because omunyina ye mebu no na no kra sema we me say we share the youth omo person mu ye juma na anope bi on be sorry time ahomachi as early me to sorry like 3 a.m. Moved me upon late at 11. Almost tried to say they'll survive. In fact,
Kakaso akwa de ebi now.
Yes.
And 12-1 o'clock per Prague,
yes. And then pay me chill munina. And you might dear muye, no muy or mudi assume so say, Omunko Bokro, no Omunko ye Juma Boni, the name of Bayer Prague Juma. Now Mudia show Mohun or Mobusia for any now Mudia Shagan and no way bedding every gun or so. omukoso enti ana no pe mi ma shout out na
all right but no was kasama form na fi yenhwe na ye fresh fi demonstration e course o Kumasi no se be a week mu ani e ko 2 weeks ni na mo branch e wo Kumasi o mo chim se bibi course ntwa yi nti o mo ye demonstration na chese e affect edwadifo no because se mo ntu a ye na bibu no boss no man ntu a ugina ho nti na ha dwenti den na si ye den na ekoso ye mu kuo no mu ti e ma mo members e wo Kumasi o mo ye sa demonstration
meda wase na me anope Ashanti regional chairman maybe will be I think say mami bona baso waya ade na ne ekoso e wa Ashanti region na enye last 2 weeks na ye demonstration enye that and start wo ho
okay
na problem ni nyina ne say task force 4 I wo KME in fact extorti sebisika free riders ho afem bi unsusu no mayor any assembly no di abase business centers and answer can say edum ni kejiti aninde those ma tricycle there emfa ho in fact na indirectly no o ka say wo mo a ye mebu na omo yedwuma was a business center ho about in tricycle business no o kan kire so mo nyina nko park omo tricycle indirectly because e baby and pa no e ho na wo yedwuma the dada na all the finance say be onya the passengers for so for now see money yedwuma e wo ho a na money fa tricycle e be fa ho a indirectly no o ka kire say then on park tricycle no na e ba ni sa in fact our regional chairman Mubarak any executive Emma Yasuti ye step in ye mamutual petition to the assembly because sebi assembly penny for regional minister and a mayor no sebi ye hunti no mo and so muni ho ayi ni ho say enso ye ni ho a omuni on say bibi sa e koso na enya we need to follow the appropriate channel and ye petition regional minister mayor in fact at a point now they don't want to listen to our people na say oyeja na uma ko ohawbem na omo pese omo share na omo fa omo problem entu anima I believe say anka so to me ma omo sa akwenya no tie wo na omo ye ya ankusiaga enti the beba and say we need to demonstration means just a peaceful demonstration. The police were involved, all the security forces that they ensure a peaceful demonstration should go on. Omunyina ebe mo said the beya sebi ye ma the whole Ghana artist say near ye komunu and I say near Koso Ashanti region, especially Kumasi to be precise no why ye work for because unim ye fan say me to me tricycle fifi na me be see edu na obi ahamfo a ogidi say o cham de ba be see wo I won't bring it but ye customers no and say passengers for no I prefer tricycle than any other can I say transport system I Ghana adentia say obi eton ade ni dwetre nyina ye 1000 cedis bia na be o free ba eko bia sa central business center ono no bia the transportation in and out of any other transporter 20 Ghana but this is the case bia buy market and then no ade a waton nyina 50 Ghana cedi obedidi wo asa be san foka ko ni fi enti uhwa sa nipa no obeka say ene anko yama no but with the help of tricycle no baby aya car ebegi ni 10 cedi tricycle fu no ebegi ni 3 cedi enti ni in and out no 6 cedi ofa pragia but sanke car obetwa 20 Ghana cedi obesend enti at least nipa no beka so afro pragia abeye alternative choice and as a choice bi asabi we den ya mi anto ade kura na metimi akọ market enti ebua ye passengers obu orumo ya ban adwuma ni sika na bus market ya nyina ye 1500 Ghana cedi na 2000 cedis now 2000 baby of fiko ekọ adwuma ebia in and out mama use the same ebia day no 20 Ghana cedi with the help of tricycle baby of free no ne otua 60 in and out e be bo betimi ay savings no the ade no nyet say ebia only market women no fu ye machines and I say transport unit no mo no whether government workers civil all across fu ye tricycle adentina se ubeye hihye se ma mo mfa certain route and mo mfa certain area who approach and so free because we are also stakeholders in terms of transport system say a kro no be koso ana say be asumdwe be ba area bia you need to involve the youth and this is the case youth no involving in certain particular business you cannot write them off also I say just imagine kaswa say no be can say ma tricycle for ana pragia for ma mu use can say
central business
area just imagine what will happen. So as I said, ebia mamu mfa market old market, mamu nko new market, mamu njina ebia one or two junction, mamu mfa ho.
Okay.
Hwe de besi. Wo de mfa say mebu nyina akọ park mo tricycle. Na omwatisi ijum say na say market say ye pejuma ye. It will what end unnecessary pressure on the government. If you on the mayor and nobody say you see we are there we are we and robbers are to us so but because of pragiano can say pragia by robber and I but abafo because said obeti ho na e come den no obeko no hu say bia aduane bi wa ha ntimi ko fight na mendia wa nyam me mo nipa no be sa ade no enti pragia na say ukokuma say ade data uko northern regional yellow ana can do my friend said Kambu, Mama Kambu, yeah, Mama Kambu, Mahama can do.
Okay.
So what I say?
Yeah, Mahama Kambu, na matter.
Yeah, Mama can do.
Okay.
Now, yes, I want to say, na ye penny phone say bi ebimu enkai ade. Tricycle na pragiano, aban edi tricycle bag Ghana first.
Okay.
Through Maslock 2012.
Okay.
No the buy, no the call, no the region. Na saata no president mama na ewoso
okay
enti emma omudi koye no emu se not for say bo president mama so ampa osi ade oye oka oye enti mahama can do na say ide ne ba enti can do na I say ebi won dey say can
mahama can do
anye mahama can do so that so ade aban na sha ase odi ba ye and na change of government by na akosa akofo but ni nyina say MPP time no man regularize but met be can say omo time na tricycle bia uko no the region so fast we speak across the country there's no single region obekwa tricycle anywhere now your coordination wide tour through the northern all the northern regions uko all the northern region capitals now a bit is said temally the main transport unit ewo kronumu no tricycle say bia me obia ofri ejuma mo ha fi a tricycle every area in the business center no tricycle ukọ damangu ankasapo the main terminal ban eboka esiama tro for any passengers no omo de asamani nyina asamani de cha a whole terminal stations no ama tricycle for yes and ama assemblies bi won normal regularity asamani na ye hihye ama ye dwumadi nti ama asamani enyeska because am dey no ube ma wom sam quota bi no mo etua through sticker enti be bi won ma okwo a omuto no 150 Ghana cedi a year be mi so no 200 cedis enti just imagine amount of money raise edima ye assembly enti some of the assemblies we won ma they o ma say yem pese pragia be ye djuma yem chi pragia cry wo ye wiase ayeden yaba now ebani say enye fine so I say what is needed they say the assembly should regulate because aban no ohwe proposed regulations na eba na ye beka ho asem no ehemu say assembly bia enye nhihye no mfambo ni manfo ni djumadi a ekoso ni area ni nyina it is the responsibility of assembly to come out with what bylaws are ebe protect because Nyama ekoso wo kaswa anase iwutu senya east municipality no probably might be different from near ekoso wo ebia you can say asaman kesi ana ebia ledukuku so what I say enti it is the responsibility of assembly say umbe ye nhihye ama eye adwumadi bi ekoso enti e fa say ba kaswa hanum say ya now tricycle abeji baby a
okay
wobetuma ka so be ban tricycle na
all right ban de yentumi e ma ne ho enti no me ba ma me twa me hotel na me mra la fie hwe ne enti omutumi ma ban ne tricycle ene ni hia so se tumi regularize de mamo ne se se ya wo ho ni na ne twa hotel ya ba ye ba e be di san komo e dia ma ye ba sisi a
Onyame Ishira Ghana so Nyuma ajawa Jakuma Ghana.
The heat is everywhere. We are all tired and drained. Our faces are weary. The day feels endless, and life feels heavy. Then it happens. In a world that never stops, discover the refreshment that wakes you up. One sip and everything changes. Wake up with pure hydration. This is Aquawera. Great taste, truly satisfying.
Onyame Ishira Ghana so Nyuma ajawa Jakuma Ghana.
all right other for my to aso na yenkwa ani sere na me ni wura yima a hye komra so no ye kasamafo de National Union of Tricycle Operators of Ghana NUTOG na medika ka so chairman nam kwan so ba ye wura Hamza Hafiz ono so ba ka yen so wura Hamza akwaba
yeah
na pombo ko de
de nyangopo ase
all right okay nti memo chi ahwefo ne adofo afi wi ana ye komra
okay first of all I would like to say a very good morning to tricycle operator biara o share o Oman Ghana ha emunti na yedi djumadi so we expect that all tricycle operators mo TV station better ITV so that you can also contribute to the discussions that we are having on the table today.
Okay, all right. Medika ma ye PR we kasa fa ye nesi okumase no ho ma o chim se ne bi na ekoso a na enkoyi nti no kasa akra mepesa nso kakra de be ka nesi okumase ma mu nuanu me ohodom eye saade mu no so fa akra ka won hwe.
Okay, minimum that say Kumasi issue no I think that yeah di chiri ache. That was last year. Mo nyina mo te say KMA abani the operations of tricycles in the Central Business District in Kumasi. And so, yensu yenim say, ohonom no na amount for ehia services. Nti yeto anamon ekọ ho yenim penyimfo be tenase edi ho nkomo. But in all no, all that we discuss and the demands that we put on the table no, we could not meet each other halfway. KMA was simply adamant. Na omo enyo margin say the yeshano yensabeka. Also they were also in having an entrenched position on that matter, and so we could not get any solution to it. Fast forward, ebedru election period. Election period na you feel say no. At this stage in the year, we will have our way through because Amanyo for Nabeba and China abeshwe to me. So we actually place our request to the two major parties, Krumha, and then we're given an assurance that let us just support for power to change hands. Now power change hands there. The even if we are not given what we want, but on CC, the Jumana my CBD. Meanwhile, we bought into it. We did our parts as a union, and Nyankopon Yadum Ghana for SSR to me. Ghana for SSR to me. We were expecting that our boys wanted to run into the CBD, and then we stopped them because we told them that look, we must follow structures. Because at that time, now our Afghans are buying the DCs and the ministers ever. So there was no substantive district chief executive, and I said municipal chief, metropolitan chief executive. So we had to, cool them down for them to relax for the time to come. A new DC, then we can now engage. New MC, Obaye, the choro letter, the leadership at the regional level, choro letter, Edema Assembly, seeking audience. It didn't happen. We did again about 2-3 different occasions. It didn't happen. They never gave us the opportunity. So we took it to the next level. The Enchiroma regional minister, because on our region, let's say he's the father of the region. Okay. We wrote letter to the regional minister, and it also didn't yield any results. Okay. And so the only option for us was to hit the street, because half of street in the area to protest for the whole nation to know that this is what we are going through. Now, Rahul Samne said, after banning us from CBD,
Central Business
District, our task force kunya exploit your members in Kumasi. Police becho, and as a task force becho, and he's charging as high as 200 Ghana cedis, 100 Ghana cedis, and 150 Ghana cedis in some instances, saying, "And a nipano obenya, and over kwakutu and sales na also Jesus." You see, as on my one thing we have to understand is that we should stop pretending. It is the duty of every state to create jobs for its citizenry, especially the youth. Him say unemployment and other employment issues. Abai is even struggling to employ Omoko school. Now, this informal sector, tricycle operations has become a stopgap measure to helping the government with the unemployment problems. It is about time that local authorities, especially assemblies, realize the fact say Mujinama are buying. It was our local authorities now. You have to remove your personal agenda and also your personal hatred for tricycle. If you are a local authority, for example, an assembly, and you think that tricycle or you don't want to entertain them, you don't want to even regulate it, then Mr. Mayor, we are telling you to create viable options for us. We'll pack the machines and we'll come and do that job you want us to do. But say I want to create Juma Maya, and there is rethink about some of the decisions that you guys take at the assembly. We are not telling you to allow us the freedom to do what we want. One of the arguments that people put across, they say, your people, they don't respect traffic rules. Your people, they are they drive recklessly, a whole lot. So why I'm fine, and to her. Emma industry now. How then do you accuse the industry of being lawless? If laws are there, regulations are there, you work with the right leadership of the regional level up to the zonal level. We will help you to achieve what you are looking for.
Okay. Mayantia say mampeni di nkrofobi ko Rwanda or any other country. Mayantia say na o ka ho bi e kra den na mum ko hu wo omo ye ne san a mo pese omo ye ne sa emamwa.
I was part of the government delegation to Kigali.
Okay.
1 week war. It was a steady visit. We had an opportunity to meet the Rwandan government representative in charge of transport. They call it Minister for Infrastructure. Okay. And so they shared their blueprints, documenta, motorcycle operations over there are commercial. They are able to regulate it properly without any hindrance. We learned all these things, adopted some of the things that are workable in the Ghanaian society. And
That was what gave birth to the 13-member committee now, Minister for Transport, Epa Huntuma, to put together the LI that is going to be put before Parliament for it to be considered. Now, then, a regulator. But here, as a union, we also have our input in the, as far as building the LI is concerned. We are pushing for a responsibility to be placed on assemblies, because at the end of the day, Parliament pass a law now. We operate in various district assemblies. And to say assemblies, if they are not in line with what is happening, then we will be getting nowhere, because the law will be beautifully passed. We read it to be nice on the paper, but on the grounds, implementation will be a problem. But if assemblies are mandated by the law to create terminals, we are not requesting for something too big. For the sake of assembly, baby, say a private land grandpa, then they take over. Sign an MOU or whatever it is. If it is a tenancy arrangement or whatever, you take absolute control. Then you do a nice pavilion, pavement blocks, put small place for latrine for passengers to relax on. Nanka, ABR, Ahakaswa, for example, there were mushroom stations, Ufia Walantu Junction, Haprampo. One counter crowd, we count there, 3 different stations are on the same stretch. It is an avenue for private people to profit here. But the assembly, they take charge. Nanka, those people, they come in to negotiate and take over. And then merge everybody, on the same place. Maybe one location. No, assembly, hey, then you put proper structures in place. Whatever laws that is going to be passed in Parliament to regulate the operations can work over there. But if the laws are passed and assemblies don't just care to say, you allow everybody to stand on private land. So if you don't control where I stand, how do you then enforce law and order? Every day, you new faces on the street. So regulating is difficult because local authorities are not giving us their backing. And we cannot do it alone. So one year 2 million free buying and that is where we are today.
Okay. Yeah. All right, but now I say chairman now share a tricycle and kabunku in Asom or Ghana and now Rahamza and now Nedia Ranti. My son call Pierce way. Pierce is here about the scene. Much more how kakra move from Yadia. Then I care chili. Muhia and as I buy here from home, and I'm here for buying home more to me and legalizing Mujumano at the Amam Dennis Yaka.
All right. As it stands now, we don't need any other thing from the government except legalization. We share prohibition of ejumedina and say my infant tricycle and ejuma Ghana name say the ejuma my infant fanipa enginiska and na mrana eden eka.
Okay, that is what the private.
Private.
Oh, okay.
So the question is that if you Pragiawi as a private car, Pragia say, oh, quack top Praga, one pan or Ghana, how when you scout see me, quack top private, top Pragiaba. Country, ye share or moon use to Pragia, I ain't could share free home a bag Ghana, or more use to Pragia for private car, or more use for commercial purposes. Now, omo craft aid any other countries. Pragiano, one more, ye turn individuals no. Ye ni skadiba crap Pragia from outside there, but you are buying aircraft, big companies. Who talk Pragia back one? It's around since I price near 43,000. Okay. A buying profit tax echo buying is over 8,000. 80 million currency. Who talk Pragia back on? A buying profit tax a woman. Over 8. That means the government is what? Gaining from the tricycle business. Now, what the Mraba say? Ye buying more services. Meanwhile, no turn a tons so you find your private car. An idea private car. Ye dear commercial. And in here, you are buying you say, just legalize it. But you see, Yes, say, give honor to whom honor is due. Fanny the man, the need the say. O man penny mama, or buy the cotton and no cast obey legalize no. Ampa, you can send the state of nation address or a day or cancel obey legalize it. A honor or this or order minister of transport. Minister of transport, so ye chairman, other associations and as a union heads no call Kigali, Rwanda. Omo buy now so minister of transport, Ura Joseph Nipe. Can F for me 13-member committee and now almost say coming out with a proposed regulations no mu ye no mu frey bra mu wie mu frey no mu kan e kire ye you go share wo shippers house omu kan say omu share ya na ehun say no obeti say see age limit be 25 years one anya 25 years untumi right sa age limit no na ewo old mlana ewo ho aye 2012 we share no mu ye say ye ban ye adwumadi no na she ho eti e kase se uba be ye mra a ebe boy adwumadi hu ban na legalizing no and it's limit na age limit na dey shim so onya 25 years mu yi fi na emwaye God the age limit 25 years ba na belly no opese ye mebu no mo wodwuma nyina na dey omko trafie ampa edi ye ni ye sira de eto panifo ani mo gitum se of course ye ka no ampa na mo gitum mo ti age no e ba 21 years omwe bibia no Minister of Transport e ma so ti say na bibia ye korogen e okay or the command cabinet ministers Ora Muhammadan me say I need 2 weeks and a cabinet e approve ye omo approve ye no of course ye tricycle business ye hu say wo mampani no any the minister o ma say the omo kan ye no they are walking the talk afi emrai e hye akodu parliament up to now enti wo hwe meanwhile no parliamentarians approve so many bills ne budget is ni nyamana bibi omo approve adenti na de we ya etimi share as we speak ye registered members ye ewo wo ye database no so ye betimi aka say ye database ni giche wo ha se me ye akiro ye be all across the country no say as we speak over 98,000 database wo mo ya register wo eso wo mo omo nya American wo mo ya register wo ye but these are the people that we registered them 98,000 let's speak to only that data alone. Assume it's a 98,000 every population mu na uye mra ube can say ube forget you. This is the reason why we are calling on the parliament. That's what we need from them. One man yejuma parliament na was said say ube infan say Kumasi MP so wo nyina na mu call parliament no. Mu call nyina de mu akọ say mu call pre aba ama ejuma den aba Ashanti region na ye mebu na nye bia den aye eduma no wan fa bia mreye ena nyakopon do ye aka se yanye eduma ye omampani ni minister I share mrande ebetumani mu approve keke no nobody asat na me hum MP bia wetimi aka legalization of tricycle in ida omanim no me hu so bia aka ho asem enti ye su akonya we akonya muda man calling on all members of parliament say yes srewom ye hu say they raise so many concerns in parliament. This is a time we are also telling them say they should also speak to the bill now is before them our parliament. Omuka wan say because say in fact omo anya sa na esi Ashanti region no Kumasi no ye ba be na si wa demonstration before December and ye say omo say so omo anya omo legalize omo approve bill na da omo nim no legalize of tricycle operations in Ghana omo legalize ya ye be kon na si wa demonstration against all members of parliament. This time it's not about maybe obi particular, but against every member of parliament and Ghana. You better call against it because they have to what? Champion the cause. Share if Mami Yusuka say, look at it, maybe no more tricycle business. And to one way the other, I begging every year member of parliament so anamebwa. The same thing ewo Kumasi, the same thing ewo Accra, the same thing ewo North. So what we are calling on them, what we are saying is that it is time for them to also speak. Can you imagine, say, or my way, assume say you need constitution, you need mrebia, ebo or my human. Who did you say then a basic Ghana? Say, you need mrebia, said is so sorry. Now, Kobo Obiasu, and now you Obiata rough, and mrebia knew who I actually say, you bet you are so. Then I would be say basic Ghana. So be a no baby. Anything na we share about two yet to elections. And share then ye parliamentarians kra parliament yo mu kakre yo mu parliament mu 276 members kra no omu kra wo ohihye ya code of conduct dey omu fa so asa no bagana adentina a population of tricycle a huge say no muntumi nya hihye ya se bi ebetumi abo adwumade no ban omu ka se ye members no bi se bi omu ndi omu huni omu ye basabasa. It is the responsibility of the nation to regularize the adwumade wo de hihye ato ho se one se ufa pragia na utwa U10 ewo baabi eno kwa se utwa U10 ana ko park wo baabi eno kwa se wo park ya se nipa no ko park ya wonche no ye MMS ne kura kasa mpo na be e beti nipa na de e akọ but this is the case assistant na yedimadi na akọ say illegal and say me kona mo say police jirani mu a esuro nti no medam me ho na ma de na ma ko back sada de akọ you and ti wo be ho say tricycle for omu nkan tricycle ni omu ye basa enye sabi because there is no rules and regulations baba me can say enye ye nyinara chairman kasa no say a paving ways ma other people have a right do medin ma me can be chiro citizens of Kaswa here one mo ye Kaswa memitim form ofri Kaswa aha no ti oha na ni papa ni mama ana say aha na obo ni bra no sa ni pa no utani tricycle mo hu different afei so one so ase be mo fu baby mo ba no so omo so twa cycle mu a different
nti chuka no mo fra man for so abefra mu no mo nte akasa akra omo na mo hadwe pa
so ate ase enti ne ye kan nyina se ye nhihye ye a ebebo adwumade no ban na se ye me ka se connection white or ye as national leaders ye fam ade ye organize a workshop throughout the country to our members mamu wo mamu num adrubone no monjai of course pay investigations ni ye hwehwe mu na ma ehu se ukọ bebe te se bia Kumase krom ana ko Ashanti region o ya Ashanti ni otwi tricycle no sa nipa no sa bi basabasa no fa ne hwehwe uba ewutu senya ahaye Kaswa ha se wo mo oye ewuti ni ana oye kan say efutu ana so oye ada eyi a ofri ha se o praga no di bon brand sa nyema basa no uyi nipa 1000 e bi obanya bese ba akopɛ ene wo the same to ko Accra ni oye nkrani a wonti nkran e ho no bro no brand e no oye tricycle until bibi ba e be ka na busuafo no sa nipa no di ne hu ni ne mo wo mo a wo be fra e bi ofu ba bi no be fra ye wo Kaswa se ana Kumase obi fu ba bi no be fra omu e na pempe bebre no omu ye nia ense emfata. This is the reason why we are calling on all the stakeholders, the assembly, the member of parliament, omu fa nhye mra parliamentarians in the can say omu legalize ye na omu approve bill no afa assemblies no enye hye enti dey we me fa konya so dey 2 year yan gasa ye boss ye MC
okay
or ne ho I know say he is doing his best that one there there's no doubt but me san fa konya we so dey 2 nanim say on try say even if there will be any can say would senya ye ni spaces a ye de be ye adwuma po there are some private areas spaces where metumi den ato and now go into negotiation with the private owners of those land na omu secure na fe wo mo ase fa say tricycle atoki wo Kaswa no ma se stations e wo ho a asam ni betumi aboa na omu nyina den akọ our people are crying ye cover ni esi wa Ashanti region nye ho nkwa Kumase nye ho nkwa Uba Kaswa Haswa, they are facing the same thing. And just 3 days in the platform will be the to say task force for Totisika, a police for Jessica. I won't say I didn't hear because you're legalizing Mojuma. And it's the police who say, oh, ba, and me can't say police for you now. But Mubi who say, Oba, who say, oh, Prageju Mediano, another source of income. Or Bano Abejums, and TF ye fa konya we so sre ye police for say, ye hunti no mo ha say. Ena ye ni aso ye ni age omudi media no weden omudi ne ye kan say ye sere wom omu ye omu fasa legalization so e dey sort sika efri ekofo ye sere wom ye kan say nipa no ye boni a menchi no na mo no say obeji some exorbitant amount bi efri nipa ne say na ne say e ye say wow e dey sere wom afa so tax force for na assembly na set no assembly no enya assembly ni botai say was assistant for so on fan coach praga for engis ka wo say no that's not the intention of assembly na mo na assembly na suma tax force say Omo hwe na basabasayo asundwe obibia enkoso kan ewo Kasua area no mumbo police force. That is their businesses. Obi cop bonia no be a bonia. You have every right to what? Arrest the person. By most of the genes a car, say the because of India and yes, so munjai. No moon kuye.
Okay. Maybe now I say, Omunya no more you know, rounds are how your chairman. I didn't want P. What is the dear? I would to obey him. A farm to meet him who are ready to come baby.
Well, senior me Piero Kaino. We are just waiting for the legalization because I believe say legalization and a boy might solve our problems right now because there will be a clear-cut guidelines at Daho and Maya to be able to help the government to achieve. But as it stands now, we don't have any of such clear guidelines. Say when you be crampa, that means it is within our private cycles as a union. Yene enforces our Pierre Kasambi sensitization workshop. This is our personal initiative that we have taken as a union. We are doing all this to support the government. But our host say, Obedru baby, now we hear local authorities who represent the government of the day to collaborate with you to even do those sensitization program. And some of them are shying away from you. We have met a lot. So see, I mean, okay, say, Sunyani, and baby, I could be a mekanwasa. The MCE there, I want to speak directly to him. He should realize that the tricycle operators now and ne onya tumi no oharazo they were the same people they went to ask for their votes. Almost sacrifice so kahobi and now utminya akonya ne etisa office no. So please, we are asking you to come down from your high horse and collaborate with us, our local leadership over there, so that you will find a way to regulate your activity. We are not asking you not to regulate us. But a situation whereby I will take a decision that affects a group of people, abra input in Kahono. Because at the end of the day, you don't ride it. You don't even appreciate some of the challenges that we go through. And it is only fair, say, ube two and among fire one. Sebi, it will not take anything from you if you also take our input on board. And that's all that we are asking for. And we are also asking, appealing to His Excellency the President of the Republic of Ghana through the Ministry of Transport. Fast track legalization process. So we are appealing to them to speed up this whole process before the little faith that is left is gone.
All right. I mean, I said I also mean appeal ben also what the two penny for him for Mujumedium.
All right. Say me mesre for now legalization pending no. Mesre all assembly across the country. Assemblies was a Ghana nyina no. All through their leaders, MCs, DCs, and can I say mayors across the country. Mesre it is their responsibility to come out with regulations about tricycle jumedi umban. And today again, mebo ye MC abaso. Uhwe how akaswa city na still wetumi manage ye tricycle even though we be mu use akwanbone so suppress ye call for no. Aha. We call some areas I said me chairman kind about Sunyani. You see, one of the key rule tricycle for your play in elections, okay? Yes, those times tricycle be a baby now. President Mahama, NDC, those are the things that we did. And so we may now Quenyamba, Yakopon to me, you MC, you DC. Now Aquenya na unya and say, oh, the bear harassing ye call for now. Ye bear demonstrations against you. And as ye has a whole national, your national leaders. We have every right to pay, a right to the president. Obetie was sumpemo. But yen pese ye will be the scapegoat. The essence said they should come out with the regulations. To me bo do media e cause of more assemblies because meet me be share and as meet me for so a would say MC any assembly say omunye de yepe. But it should be a joint collaboration. Say ade we na pese mu ye. Mbetimi aye oh yes mu ye ne se a we beboa na nka e di peripe na sodwe den aba tricycle bema assembly sika is another source of revenue for that to assembly. And the mestre chairman aka Mr. Maka about MPs and all the parliamentarians said they should approve the pending bill. Okay. But yeah, trains are pending bill no. The district assemblies no, any municipal assemblies, any metropolitan assemblies ni no, yes rewo anopai say ye hunti ena omo wo ho ye ni wa omo so anu de omo ni ho yes says omo come out with the proposed regulations a ebetumi aboy edimadi no ba say be ya ye betumi anya asundwe no omo so anya omo asundwe na ye mpe demonstration here and there but scientists are there nationwide demonstration will start the whole of Christmas ebe koso sa so say ni ehwehwe ni sa beden ebe kan
all right but so say now so be the kan for kan
yes before you wrap up Mr. ADBC Tamale and Rano yanka ho if we don't talk about it I'm not sure say we'll be doing justice to our people over there IGP task force bia almost special operations be omoye across the 16 regions in Ghana omo akodu Tamale na Rano dey see and say omoye operation echo baby it's a forest drug dealers ni omo abuse drugs ni obibre na egu ho and through their operations no you who say omo shi tricycles about 2 fairly new tricycles omo kajegum and the tricycle is burning. What they have failed to realize is that action now will take here you have no idea the number of families you've just taken their food away from them. Until we condemn this act in no uncertain terms, and we are calling on the police administration to investigate this matter as a matter of urgency, and then make sure those people are brought to book. You can't just burn people's properties because you are having a special operation. At least you were mra e wo krom ha. Na mra no it was say yetimi emfa mra ni ye ejuma, and we shouldn't be putting the law into our own hands. So we condemn this particular act in no uncertain terms, and we are calling for justice to be served to these particular members whose machines are affected. That's it. They didn't arrest anybody. They like operation. Everybody scattered. Tricycle says so whether it is for those people or not. More gathers are tricycles, fairly new tricycle, but could be cost close to 42,000. It's a 3 tricycles. That's not small money.
So Oma cost Pragia.
Exactly.
Not Pragia, so the ejatum for what?
Exactly. They've burned it down to ashes. I'll share the videos with you.
Yeah, but some say because kwache Oma Munum that's a Pragia.
That is exactly what happened.
Because society outside GP didn't no more it's unfair.
That's exactly what happened.
That's a Praga na more kwache. Let's say nobody nipa de monchen fanenko ne pragia no e bi ko obi na atama no ni wura mebe gina de ne nipa no mondele with nipa na mo se pragia de IGP hwe no beto ma de won to because ye ti omam ne de emra hye nsem ye sa ne ma na mo has no ka abusua bia no aduane e na mo age e de fu om nsem no because ne ba bi sa no mo amanije ewi pay e wo manim ti besre the sare issue ni ti pa dia omo ya hye omo eye pragia no mo hwe na mo to ma de mo all right but me girl say Yogi's pizza e bia ya o pizza pa pa dia e ho na on sa betumi aka no bronya na e pay menua ye be didi niam ahodo o pese o to pizza che obi ahu me Yogi's pizza number be ma hu na bo mo de na from na order wo de ne fa ma na fa surprise obi no di Yogi's pizza bia o di pizza bia bim Yogi's pizza no mo wo beef pizza ho ye wo meat there vegetables there types of pizza bia no e bi e wo Yogi's pizza aso ye ho no mo a ye won ketwa ye wadentamu ye wakase ye wo family size enyina ho no mo a Yogi's pizza ni pizza ne de ye bitwam kra taste akasa na wudi a wobeti afin so no shawarma enso e wo ho all types of shawarma ne kinds of shawarma ne nyina no e bi wo ho omo di Yogi's boba enso ababeka ho na boba no drink a abadwa so ti say ye ni kaya kono pint so won ka bi hwe ya Yogi's boba a ebe mwate de ankasa every sabia akosi afe na wie no momodi ansa wode be pie wode ukun be pie wode dofo bi ebe pie na monkwat na Yogi's Pizza share or biaye certain place kese pa wo ho no mo a what wo be twetwe ho all kinds of drinks ebi wo ho no ma wetumi anom na modi pizza na modi mo ho enkomo nya kanche mo foforo bi a fa no ko Yogi's Pizza na mokokodi nkomo e wo na be boa pa Yogi's Pizza no kaso a Adade Junction kaso Adade Junction do be say Yogi's Pizza will be about your number na that TV last number dia na friend 0501909191 0501909191 any other numbers na only Yogi's Pizza penny from entwehwe enkomo akwawera nsu wodwa so a ye nsu krochen nsu mu da ho wo nya yankofo ba besra wi nke wunya akwawera nsu bi esi ufie no mba na wuyi di momo a yakorakono pa omo aye ne se no bi aho besoso omo wo yes ahyewa no wo ho ye bottle small size ye wo medium ye large and ye on office for so mu use no ebi wo ho nti akwawera nsu yi ka so ne depo a wo ha no number be frɛ ani 0244 822-679 0244-822-679 and I would when it's a OT region so the Pukese or Dambai Old Boy Station opposite to Gabili shop a whole phone so one friend number 0558-370944 0558-370944 now on the Aquarium penny for and to mean to train and common morning in Shaby naturally and Talent Zone yedumedi ITV yede ba wakwemu last Palm International and any ITV akabo a yede dwumedi friend Talent Zone ede ba what talent bi awo skills awo say wadwe a wode ye bribi a ye wonwaso say wo ye dwum to say yasa wutumi de wonsa nwene niema wutumi ye craft bi skills bi ye sonko a for ho say Talent Zone dwumedi mu bi ye all kinds of talent ni na no yeje audition be koso Friday and the week 5th November in the week audition no eba so nti unyam for forms a number no me de be ma no momodi na fa na friend na jo forms na be your talent no wo ba be wuremu program na after audition ye be program na koso na kuku dem be ba se wo talent be tumi aso bi ani e mo tumi afa no why your manager no abo tumi pagya mo akoso you be dem kuni wo mu nso ye man 10,000 Ghana cedis na wa tumi dia se wo bra ase e wo side media friend Talent Zone no emu number CM 0241-846481 0241-846481 and 0506-863197 on the Talent Zone for the trade and common. The program ITV Christmas Carols and Praises 2025 Bassum. Yadi asada aye and you to my Yankopon washe so afi munyina maniema akoyi ediama ye ne ready for your client your politicians or baha and ya sofo bibia Yankopon ye tinji. 20th December ye nebe bodwa wa ITV ni mo na the ITV Christmas Carols and Praises 2025 edition no the abayedi kan ye bi dada na ye dutwam and so ne gitomo by ankasa we so ye hwe wanim sa mobaba na ye fam na bro so afie we asem da so ye give thanks to the Lord for he is good ye mfas dama Nyankopon oye na doye hoda dwumadie ye yi free Psalm 107 verse 1 Psalm 107 verse 1 ho ne ye asem ti no di free ye edition e twam no de me say nso na ankasa ba omani ka life ye nyina so ne nyina twagum ITV live sa ntino wonyuma beto sa we singing group sa we kwa sa we bia nso be singing band me ade ni nyina no mo ba ye mam kwa mo gina platform so ne mo tumi di masada nyom de ama Nyankopon the jumadi se medical kan Saturday 20th December 2025 anopa 8 a.m. ni asase ITV ni ha open chiremu bia fresa number we na mo pesa mo ba no singing group ne kwa no mbesa ni mu group picture mo kwa ni na group picture na mo de aba number we so na afie ye book mu na dan du ho a ya mamokwa mamoso motumi perform 0557212423 0557212423 ITV Christmas Carols and Praises 2025 erade ye da wase orafo mmekwe wenum na hebo ye chidom ye between the dwumadi to say yi e de eba wa kwamu na mpani for tenase na ye be twenkomo de fa ye yidie a prayafo epe anasa tricycle operators epe no ne owura Hamza Hafiz ye chairman the National Union of Tricycle Operators of Ghana NUTOG and afin so no owura Emmanuel Kwao Aku ye PRO the same cool na National Union of Tricycle Operators of Ghana ye dem ase na madaje na yi se ebre kwa nim na no ye bekoso no madi nkomo na ya hwe bibia odu madi na kwakode na wasa pa adofo me so metene mu hwe madwumedi ko so na no pe na Friday next na dey end ye November no e wo yidwumedi nyina because se be kwa be bi ni ewura ye December mu ye fra me so bipo ofuri ama so bipo